I got some good news for you today. We got Jared in the house. Jared just landed a 85K fully remote SDR role in 34 days. Let's go. We have him here to talk about his experience, what he learned, what he went through. So Jared, welcome. First question I have for you is what was life like before joining the SWORD program and what's it like now?
Before joining the SWORD program, it was very much I had a basic understanding of what I needed to do. And when I was doing it on my own, it was very much not really sure exactly the wordage to use or exactly the exact steps. I knew I had to outbound. I knew that it took doing the job to get the job. So I was doing that. I got like a couple interviews here and there. That's basically where they stopped. And even those were a struggle. And then after joining the START program, it was a lot more of like fine tuning, kind of rounding out the roughs and the diamond already, and just building that exactly what that process looks like. And it went from barely getting an interview to, if I applied, I basically got an interview right away, to the point where I couldn't even like continue doing the sequences because I didn't get to start. It just was like, boom, here's the intro video, and that was step one of the sequence, and that's basically where it ended. Got the rescheduled, went to hiring managers, went to directors. I was at like 2 or 3 every single day, a few points during the week. So huge change there.
Love it. Yeah, you got mad at me, rightfully so, because I kept introducing you to people that you didn't even have time to do interviews with because of all your other interviews. So very good problem to have. What was the biggest result that we achieved together?
I landed a job, learned a lot during the process, kind of what it really took to, get there, and got the role. And I'm super excited. Can't wait to start here in a little over a week.
Let's go. That's what we came here for. And speaking of coming here into the SWORD program, why did you pick SWORD?
Main reason I picked SWORD, I followed Jack for a little bit here and there during my time with Zoom Info, and then started dabbling again once I was in the market for a new job, and just kind of felt like I was like, hey, what's that guy's name? I remember seeing a guy that I was following for a bit, and I heard God just tell me like, it's Jack. So I searched Jack in my LinkedIn connects, and he was there. So I started looking at more of like what he was doing, and that's kind of when I started doing a bit on my own, using the outline. But I was like, I know my verbiage, or there's just those fine tunings that need to happen, and I prayed about it and set a meeting with you, and that right then and there I was sold. Like, it was just a genuine person, like, who's been through some stuff that I can definitely relate to in my life and my family's lives, and it just spoke to me, and I had no qualms after that.
Man, God is good. God is good to have introduced us.
Always.
And look at you, man. Look at where you are, your family. You're about to start this new chapter. It's super exciting.
No.
With regard to me as a coach, what is your favorite part about my coaching style?
I'd have to say favorite part is going to be the accountability. Your style is very much, hey, like, I'm going to help you through this, but you're going to have to do the work. If you're not going to do the work, then I'm going to we're going to have a talk about it. And I personally didn't have to deal with that because I wanted it. I know what I want. I'm driven. But Jack was pretty much, I'm over here on the West Coast. He's over on the East Coast. There's a pretty big time delay. Managers in the past that couldn't make that time delay really work. So it was a lot of finding things on my own. And it was the opposite with Jack. He was very much there for the most part when I needed him. And, those be the main things for sure.
I love it. Scaring people straight out here. That's what we do. Awesome. I'm also curious if you learned anything in this process, the approach you took to land interviews, to ultimately get offers, that you think would help anyone else out there that's on their job search.
Getting good at being on the camera. I remember in the beginning, even when I was at Zoom Info, I dabbled a little bit in doing like Vidyard or Loom videos, and got what I thought was good at it. But it was a whole different ballgame trying to do this to hiring managers to try and get a job and trying to do so many, because whether it was a dream job or not, I was doing it because, one, it's repetition, it's practice. I knew I had to improve on it, so I had to just do it. It's how I learn best, is by doing it and failing and just learning from it. And that really stuck out for me, as well as voicemails. I got a lot better at leaving voicemails, something that I never really did before. Wasn't really taught, kind of what people like to hear on the other end. And that drastically changed quite a bit, and to the point where, there's a few times where I had to call a founder, the CEO, someone in the C-suite, saying, hey, hey, I got an interview with this person tomorrow or whenever. Just kind of want to hear from your own words, what you're looking for, kind of just your guys' goals as a company, and then just ask for the ask. Hey, like, is it cool if I tell so and so that we spoke, and did that a few times, and actually had one just send a company wide chat to the person, and everybody found out about it, and it really stood out. So
it's awesome. I like how you mentioned being on camera. I think that's huge for the virtual world that we live in, because if we were applying for jobs in person and stuff, it's actually pretty easy to go in and look nice and have your little briefcase, your portfolio, and go shake someone's hand, look them in the eye. That is human connection right there. But to do that in a remote setting, you have to be okay being on camera. And so, Jared, you did a great job of that, just getting videos out, putting a face to a name for people. And I think that really did help you break that gap of, this is a stranger, we don't know who this person is, over to, no, okay, this guy's a genuine guy, he's articulate, he knows how to speak well, good looking guy too. I'll add that in there for you, Jared. And I think that helps us get in front of people and engage with other humans, that human to human connection. So that's huge. If someone was on the fence about joining the SWORD program, what would you tell them?
I say don't be. I worked as an SDR for a little over a year at Zoom Info. Thought it'd be easier getting a job than it really was, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself. Just thought, hey, I've been doing sales for 12 years. I got a great resume. Like, my experiences, my, top 1%. Like, thought that would get me more in the door. But, that helped. But it really came down to proving that I'm willing to do the work, kind of showing that out the gate. And Jack really helps with that, gives you a good guideline, a good sequence, a good template to really stand out, but also will teach you the little nuances that you're not really going to figure out on your own. And even if you think you do, or it, there's always some detail that you can fine tune to improve. Heck, when I was leaving voicemails, it was just a few choice words, a few tone changes that needed to happen. And I wouldn't have known those kind of details without having joined the SWORD program and being part of a community, being able to help others and get help in turn.
I'm really proud of you, man. You came in here and in 1 month, you went from just a struggle of a job search to landing an absolutely sick role, great pay, fully remote, and you're about to start this new journey. And I'm so proud of you because of really what you just said. You had to go work for this thing. And I can teach you every single thing you need to do, but if you're not going to show up and do it and be consistent, it doesn't mean anything. And Jared, you did a great job of just showing up every single day, executing, even in the frustration, even in some jobs that didn't go the way we wanted them to. You just kept your mindset proactive, positive. All right, cool. Let's get up. Let's go do it again. And that's what it takes, man. That's what it takes to be great. That's what it takes to land a role. And that's why you're going to go be an incredible SDR over at Govly and be breaking records over there. So very proud of you. Congratulations, man. And thank you for the opportunity to support you.
Likewise.